guys, it is Tanya and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm back with an apartment renovation, which it's been a long time since I've done one of these, but I've had some suggestions over the last couple of months to do more apartments as well as a single dad's home, because I did both a single mom home and then a teen mom home, and I've had single dad on my to-do list forever, and I hadn't gotten around to it yet. I have so many ideas that I want to kind of bring into the game, and today we're finally addressing the thought of a single dad home, which I had so much fun doing, and I thought it would just be nice to incorporate that into an apartment since I hadn't done that in a while, and I think that's really realistic. So this is a home for a dad as well as his daughter and his toddler son. So they end up sharing a room. So there's a kid and a toddler sharing a room. There's also a lot of carpet in this apartment, which I thought was realistic as well. I tend to use more like hardwood floors in apartments and houses in general, but I thought it would be a little bit realistic and different to use some carpet, because I know like the apartments I've lived in, including what I live in right now, is carpeted. There's not too many hardwood floor ones unless they're a little bit more expensive, and I wanted this to be as realistic as possible. And I don't imagine that this family has a ton of money. They're comfortable. They are definitely comfortable, but they don't have all the luxuries, because I did have kind of a storyline in mind for this family. I haven't decided what exactly happened to mom, but I think something tragic happened to mom and she's no longer around. And dad actually has a couple of things on his dresser in his room that kind of might be memories from her or from when they were a family together. And other than that, the toddler boy is just like a little toddler. He doesn't have too much of a personality yet. I think that's probably being established as a toddler and growing into a child. But the girl, she's a very sporty kid. She loves playing on different sports teams. She's got some bowling trophies. I think that was a really fun idea, and it is something that I've been asked to do more of. I don't ever try to do like stereotypical girl, stereotypical boy, but I haven't done like a sporty girl in a while, and so I thought that would be kind of a fun idea, and I think dad would love that, bringing his little girl to all of her like not meetings, what are they, like all of her games probably. I mean, there's practice games and stuff too, so I think that's what I meant by meetings. But I think he would really enjoy that, and it was fun to use some of the items that we got with Parenthood that had some more like sporty swatches on it. So I was excited to go ahead and do that. But this kitchen uses the Parenthood counters and cabinets in this blue swatch, which I know kind of clashes with the wall behind it, but I kind of love that. I did that on purpose. I definitely used a lot of Parenthood in this, so you definitely would need Parenthood for this build, as well as City Living, of course, because this is an apartment. I did not limit my pack usage. I'm hoping to get another base game build out in the next week or two. I have like a long list of all the stuff I want to do, and I kind of planned out when I think I'm going to do things, so there should be another base game home sometime in the next couple of weeks for anyone that is interested in that, because I know not everyone has all the packs, so I try to, as often as possible, kind of cater to that and just have limited packs, and that's so much fun. But that is not something I did with this apartment, because I really wanted to go to town and develop this personality. So I made it a little bit cluttered in here, got all the pots and pans on top of the microwave, which I quite enjoyed doing. Also, that red shelf, I explain this in like every video I use it, but just in case you're new here, that red shelf is a CC item I use to place things more precisely. It's linked down below if you'd like to download it. It's super helpful. But the kitchen's coming together now. I think it came out pretty cute, and I really like having that plant by the window. I was actually on Skype with one of my friends when I was building this, and I was just like, does this plant look like a dad would have it? And I don't know why I thought that, but it's just a plant. But I thought it looked nice. And I'm just adding some cat stuff, kid stuff all around. So I have that art set over on the kitchen island, and then I'm just grabbing some stuff I think I might use in this room and placing it over by the door. And then this is going to be the dining room area. I use these curtains from Cats and Dogs, which are some of my favorites. It's just they're really annoying when you want to use them on short walls, but luckily this apartment is medium height walls. And I brought a lot of blue into this apartment. I don't think I mentioned what the dad does for a living yet. or if I did, I don't feel like I fully talked over it. So I imagine that he is a cook. He's kind of worked his way up and he's like the head cook at a restaurant, but he does still have dreams of opening his own restaurant. And he's been really spending a lot of his extra time honing his craft as well as making those plans. And I imagine that these picture frames over there are different logo concepts for his restaurant. So that's kind of why those are around. And I think that's just kind of where his passion is right now, when he really wants to take that next step in his career and open his own business. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then I just have books in a book bag here. I imagine this is where his daughter might do her homework, as well as some of the school projects that she's done over time. I only have, I think, the castle one in here because the other ones didn't fit the way I wanted. And I thought about setting the table, but I didn't like any of the place settings, so I did not use those in the end. But I did tack a couple things up on this parenthood board so you could, so it looks a little bit more realistic and used and lived in. But I really, really like that board. I think it just adds so much to gameplay. Being able to set curfews, leave little notes, all that kind of stuff. And then that journal I set down on the table, I believe I moved that into the bedroom later. That's for the little girl. I thought it would be nice to give her a little journal. Maybe that's for her sports team. She writes down what different gear she needs to purchase, or like when different games are going to be and stuff like that. I thought that'd be kind of cool. Of course, in gameplay, it's just a journal she can write in, and I think it's so cool that they can hide their journals. One of my favorite details that they added with Parenthood, like a super surprise, like something I wouldn't have expected, but really liked it. But this is the living room area. It just has some like beige couches and a rug. I believe we used the base game one in this like bluish color, which I really, really liked. I know this house has a lot of blue, but I love blue and I love bricks. So I thought this was a good time to use those because I've been trying to avoid blue lately. I feel like I'm always trying to avoid blue. And then when I avoid it for long enough, I'm just like, okay, let's embrace it. Let's put it everywhere. So this apartment definitely has a lot of blue. So I did enjoy doing that. And then we have some shelves behind the TV over here, kind of made like a TV unit. So we have a kids project as well as some cards. I think I left them as birthday cards, and then just some clutter. I think there's some books. And I think this might be where we put the bowling trophy, which I thought was kind of cool. And like I said, I did imagine that that is the child's trophy. So we're just putting that up here and trying to get it so it's at the right level and nice and flush with the wall. And then I put a little desk over here, or a big desk. It's from the new patch, which I absolutely adore this desk. And you might have noticed when we were first building the apartment, or like figuring out the floor plan, I put all of the is it TLC? I think this is a TLC apartment. All those things that you have to fix up into their own separate rooms. But there's archways leading into them, so you can still access all of those when you do have problems. This is definitely a fixer-upper apartment. And I just wanted to make sure you could get to those things instead of just fully hiding them. But they're in their own separate rooms, and I feel like it works pretty well. But we have some toys over here. I imagine these are more so for the toddler at this point, but I thought it was nice to add those. I also added some clutter into the other room. I kept just throwing items into the other two rooms when I thought about them, or like when I found items. I was like, oh, this will work really good in the kids' bedroom, or this will work good in dad's bedroom or the bathroom or whatever. I just kind of like, as I found items, threw them wherever they were going to go. But here is the desk area. I didn't want it to be too complicated. We just have some books, a pencil holder, a stereo, and a bowling pin to hold it all up. And I believe we moved those activity boards here for the sports themed ones from Parenthood over onto the desk. Or did we leave that journal over on the computer desk? I think we might have. Okay. I thought I put that in the bedroom, but I think I left it there. And you can see that I'm just trying to figure out what to put in these rooms. I put a bookcase in each of them just to fill up the space a little bit better. I felt like that made sense because then you could keep storage in there, but it was also where you go to access those appliances when you need to fix stuff. But this is the bathroom. I really liked adding this baseball themed shower curtain. I really wish we had more showers that had shower curtains, and maybe like so the color of the tub didn't change, just the curtain changed. I would love that. These are probably my favorite showers in the game because they have the curtains on them and there's so much personality to them. So I would definitely like to see more of that in the game for sure. And then I was trying to figure out where to put this like hamper. It's not a functional one. There's no functional laundry in this apartment, but you could definitely add that if you want to. But I just wanted that just so it looked a little bit cluttered and messy in here, and just adding cleaning products as well as like toothbrushes and all that kind of stuff on the countertops. And yeah, this bathroom ends up being pretty simple. I didn't want it to be overly cluttered or overly decorated. I don't imagine Dad went out of his way to decorate. I feel like the whole place is just minimal decorations, and then there's some clutter around just because it gets cluttered up over time raising 2 kids on your own. I didn't make it a super like decorated place. Like you can see, it's just like, I like blue, and here is some beige furniture. That's kind of the theme I was going for, kind of don't have a whole lot of time to decorate, so this is what we ended up with. I kind of did that with the single mom house as well, where I just had very brightly colored furniture, and it was just all pulled in, and the whole place was a mess. Everything was kind of matchy-matchy, but it seems like it was all like IKEA, and I really liked that. And that was actually a very blue color scheme as well, just a different shade of blue. So I guess in my Sims lives, blue is the color of single parents. So that's interesting because I love using blue in my interiors. But anyway, I think this bedroom came out pretty nicely. Like I said, it's very not cluttered. It's super simple in here. I didn't want this space to be overwhelmed with kid stuff. There is a couple kid items, and I also added a guitar. I thought maybe Dad enjoys playing guitar occasionally in his spare time when he finds it. Or maybe he used to play a lot of guitar when he was younger. Or that could even be Mom's guitar. Maybe Mom was really into music, and that's something of hers that he kept. I also imagine that this was something his daughter made him when she was really little. That rose, I was kind of thinking of the mom at that point. I kind of wish it was like a dried dead rose. Like maybe that was one of the roses that they had somewhere at their wedding or something. I kind of had that in mind when I was placing that down. But this is the kids' room. I'm placing down this baseball bed from Parenthood for the little girl. I just thought it would be so fun. I don't know if we have too many other swatches of bed frames that are sports themed, but I really enjoyed using that one. And then I'm trying to figure out which bed works best to kind of bring in this orange color scheme for the toddler. And so I used this one in the end, and then we just have lots of storage around and lots of toys, and I just think it comes out pretty cute. I added a whole bunch of like pet themed stuff for the toddler, which I thought was really cute with that dog right above the bed. And then of course some more sporty stuff for the child, as I was trying to find as many items as we have in the game to put over there. We even end up putting a shelf full of trophies, which I thought was super cute. And then a little TV area. I imagine both of the kids could come over here and watch a little bit of television. We have this fatback TV. I think maybe as they get older, we could even add a gaming console over there. I thought that would be kind of fun. I'm kind of thinking older gaming console because I'm just thinking back to when I was a kid sitting on the floor playing Nintendo 64. Oh, that rhymed. Did not plan that, but just adding some more dog stuff over here, or like pet stuff in general, as well as that piggy bank that's actually like a horsey bank. I think that is so cute. I wish we had more things like that. I feel like this whole video is me being like, I wish we had more of this item. I wish we had more of that item. But I'm just so anxious to see what we're going to be getting in the game next. I have no idea when we're going to get another announcement, but I'm super pumped to find out what it will be, because we have 3 packs coming in the next 6 months, and I'm so excited about it. I'm so excited. I'm itching for new content. The last thing we got was Strangerville, and that was a fun pack, but I want more. I want more. So anyway, we're just adding a couple last clutter decorations in here, and then we'll be coming to the end of the video. I hope you guys did enjoy this. This was a really fun apartment renovation to do. If you'd like to download it, it is on the Sims 4 gallery. That information is in the description down below. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. You could also subscribe to the channel if you have not already. I'd love to have you guys join us. And if you click that little bell, it'll turn on notifications so you'll be notified of every single time I upload a new video. We're just finishing up the porch here, then we'll be going into screenshots, and I hope to see you guys again super soon. Bye, everybody.